Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online class for the students of Honours third year of Dhaka Mahanagar Mahila College. With you, I am Shabnam Bailey, lecturer in English at Dhaka Mahanagar Mahila College. Dear girls, your online in-course exam is approaching very near, so fasten your belt tightly and prepare yourself for upcoming exam. Today I will discuss the rest where I left the topic, that is satire from the novel Gulliver's Travels, or from the third and fourth part of Gulliver's Travels. Let's proceed to the topic. Gulliver's Travels is undoubtedly a satire. It is a satire on English politics, English politicians, and religious disputes in England of that time of Swift. So more than that, it is a satire on mankind in general. In a letter, Swift wrote to Pope that he wrote a book where he had appreciated all nations, professions, and communities, and all his love was towards individuals. Explaining this remark, he also told that he hated the tribe of lawyers, physicians, judges, scientists, etc. In fact, Swift's object in writing Gulliver's Travels was to make people realize their irrationality and to encourage them to develop their rational faculty and to be guided by it. Now, we discuss how and why Swift satirizes professionals in his book Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver's Travels is not a fairy tale. It's a satire in every aspect, like the political, the physical, the intellectual, and the moral. In part 3, in A Voyage to Laputa, Balnibari, Lagna, and Japan, Swift satirizes the intellectual part of man and their perspectives, or particularly science was his chief target. Swift's satire on science had its origin in the days when he was living in London from 1710 to 1714, অর্থাৎ 1710 থেকে 1714 সালে সে যখন লন্ডনে বসবাস করছিল, তখনই তার সায়েন্সের প্রতি একটা স্যাটায়ার বা সায়েন্সের প্রতি একটা মিসআন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং বলা যেতে পারে একটু হেটেড চলে আসে। অ্যান্ড পোপ সুইফট ইন আ ফিউ of his letter wrote to him that he was a member of a club named Scribblers Club, and the members of the club decided to write on different vices of man, and accordingly Swift wrote some satires on mathematics and science. And after that, when he wrote Gulliver's Travels, he incorporated those in Gulliver's Travels. So in the third mission of his voyage, Gulliver visits the flying island of Laputa. Here he sees that people involved in scientific inventions that seem to be worthless to him. He considers their activities nonsense, as it is only to benefit to the merchants to be richer and to make the poor poorer. He also becomes afraid, thinking that scientists are inventing the most sophisticated ways of killing man, and that is why he mocks them. In consideration, they are so spellbound, that means the people of Laputa are so spellbound that they have no time even for their wives. In this part, Swift satirizes the scientists and also the historians and the projectors with a special reference to the South Sea bubble. It must be kept in mind that his satire is not aimed at true science but its abuses. In this fairyland, the main interest of the people were mathematics and music. Even their clothes were decorated with figures of musical instruments and geometrical drawings. Every nobleman possesses a servant who carries a flapper with him, and with those ladders they flappers every now and then and softly, so that the person can speak or can hear. They hit their mouths and ears so that they can speak or hear. These persons were so absorbed in speculations in mathematics that they have no time to even talk to others. Therefore, whenever there was a company, the business of the flappers was to gently strike the mouth of their masters who was to speak, and the right ear of him or them, so to whom the speaker addressed himself. Swift's target here is those projectors who, leaving their common sense, wander into the vast regions of speculative of philosophy. Swift then turns his attention to the Grand Academy of Lagado, which is a satire of Royal Science of England. The scientists there were busy in absurd projects like attempts to extract sunbeams from cucumber to turn human excrement to its original food, to make silk from cobwebs, or to write poetry or philosophy by a mechanical contrivance without any need of genius or study. Swift calls these projectors and without he hates them because they are not only wants to make some gadgets in order to earn money. These scientists, according to Swift, have lost in abstractions and seem to live in the air like the citizens of the flying island. Yet they regard themselves as a superior race and take special pride for it. Therefore, Swift in this part does not oppose science but mocks at the unproductive activities in the name of invention. অর্থাৎ এই থার্ড পার্টে সুইফট সায়েন্স সম্পর্কে যে স্যাটারগুলো এখানে প্রেজেন্ট করেছেন, নট ফর সায়েন্স বাট দ্য অ্যাবিউজেস অফ সায়েন্স, অর্থাৎ সায়েন্সটাকে কত পরিমাণে মানুষ তার চিন্তাশক্তি এবং বুদ্ধি দ্বারা কতটুকু স্যাটারে সে পরিণত করেছেন। এখানে আমরা দেখতে পাই ফ্লাইং আইল্যান্ড, অর্থাৎ আইল্যান্ড উপরে একটা ফ্লাইং আইল্যান্ড যা উপরে ভেসে আছে, বাট ওই ফ্লাইং আইল্যান্ডের নিচে আরেকটা আইল্যান্ড আছে। এটা বোঝাচ্ছে ডিটাচমেন্ট, অর্থাৎ সায়েন্স এবং সায়েন্টিফিক জিনিসপত্র মানুষকে এতটাই আলাদা করে দিচ্ছে যে এদের যে মূল যে চালিকা শক্তি বা রুটের সাথে যে মূলটা, সেটার সাথে তারা ডিটাচমেন্ট হয়ে গিয়েছে। শুধু তাই নয়, উপরে বসে তারা বিভিন্ন কাজে এতটাই মগ্ন থাকে যে তাদের যে স্বাভাবিক কাজকর্ম সেগুলো তারা করতে পারছে না বা সেগুলো তারা ব্যাহত হচ্ছে। মোরওভার আমরা আরও দেখতে পাই যে তারা বিভিন্ন কাজে ইনডালজ হয়েছে এবং এই কাজগুলো অনেকটা অসম্ভব। যেমন দেখা যায় যে বিভিন্ন সায়েন্টিস্টরা দ্য গ্র্যান্ড একাডেমি অফ লাগাডোতে বিভিন্ন সায়েন্টিস্টরা ইনভলভ হয়েছে বিভিন্ন এক্সপেরিমেন্টসে। সেই এক্সপেরিমেন্টগুলো এমন ছিল যে কীভাবে কিউকাম্বার থেকে সূর্যের রশ্মি আবার উত্তোলন করা যায়, যেহেতু কিউকাম্বার বা সবজিটা সূর্যের রশ্মি ব্যবহার করে সে তার খাদ্য তৈরি করে সে এটাকে যেহেতু ফলাতে পেরেছে, তাহলে কিভাবে কিউকাম্বার থেকে আবার সূর্যরশ্মিটাকে এক্সট্রাক্ট করা যায়। ঠিক তেমনিভাবে মানুষের মল থেকে কিভাবে তার অরিজিনাল খাদ্যটা, অর্থাৎ যে খাদ্যটা সে খেয়েছে সেটাতে পরিণত করা যায়। আবার কবওয়েবস থেকে কিভাবে তোমার মিল্ক তৈরি করা যায়, অথবা মেকানিক্যাল জিনিসপত্র তৈরি করে কিভাবে ফিলোসফি অথবা পোয়েট্রি লেখা যায়। These are the absurd, not only weird but absurd experiments that the academy do. So Swift here not only satirize science at true sense, but he actually mocks here the intention or the abuses of science. Naturally and generally, science is very helpful for us. We all you can say we all utilize and consume the utility of science here at this point or in this era, but it is not quite but the invention of science doesn't come so smoothly and easily. It confronts many obstacles to come here. So Swift only satires the abusiveness, or you can say the intentions of the scientist, not the science. That means the scientist can make the science valuable to us, but instead they are making just or you can say time, they are just passing their time using their science in unproductive or weird activities. These are the, you can say, Swift was not against the science, but his voice was against the abuses of science. He thinks that the scientists should keep their feet on solid ground and thus do some useful work. He was ready to welcome them if their inventions helped the common people. That's why in one part of this voice he shows that what true invention or true science can do to the field, to the farmers or to the fields. However, he thinks that if it enables the millionaires to become billionaires, and if it places instruments of mass manipulations in the hands of the sons of Mars in every land, he in favor of the nipping this evil in the bud. Then in his next mission, that means in Gulliver's next mission voyage, he comes to a land of horses where horses rule and human or mankind they are tamed. So he comes to the land of Winnims, and there he confronts horses who are the guiding force, who are guiding the entire island, and there men are tamed and act like animals. There, the Huinim represents reason and virtue. They operate their society according to the principles, and as a result, they have no crime, shortages, and diseases or other problems. They subjugate their own individual lives and concerns to the good of their society as a whole. So, deep rooted in this tendency, they have no distinguishing characteristics or names, and they do not seem to possess an emotional life beyond treating everyone with respect and kindness. While they represent the rational faculty that a man possesses, they do not seem fully human, and so they expel Gulliver from the society because they see him as a Yahoo. This suggests that Swift does not intend their nation to be seen as a complete and self-contained model for an ideal human society. Rather, their way of life exemplifies much that of admirable and that may be emulated by human beings. The humanoid representation, that means the Yahoos, represent all that is bestial, low, and despicable in human behavior. Gulliver is ashamed to recognize the similarities between them and human beings, including himself. They are greedy, violent, dark, avaricious, and destructive of themselves and others. While they are constantly linked to human beings by Gulliver and the Houyhnhnms, an important distinction is drawn. Human beings are endowed with reason and Yahoos are not. This conclusion is not, however, that humans are better than Yahoos, but they are worse, since humans, unlike Yahoos, have the ability to choose good or evil, and frequently choose evil, and man frequently chooses evil. The Yahoos are therefore not identical to humans, but symbolizes humans at their worst. So, in this part, with Houyhnhnms, horses, by presenting Houyhnhnms or horses, and by presenting Yahoos like men, Swift satirizes lawyer, judges, and government or ministers. Lawyers, according to Gulliver, know the art of proving by words that white is black and black is white, according as they are paid. Gulliver also describes lawyers as the most ignorant and stupid generation among us. He next speaks of ministers of state. The chief minister, according to him, is a person completely free from joy and grief, love and hatred, pity and anger, his only passion being a strong desire for wealth and power and titles. A man may become a chief minister by making use of his wife, daughter, or sister. He may become a chief minister by betraying his predecessors, or he may become a chief minister by organizing agitations against the corruption of the court. The subordinate ministers excels in insolence, falsehood, and bribery. Gulliver says that politicians and ministers are unscrupulous persons who merely believe in wealth and power. Likewise, Gulliver also tells that there are physicians who administer all kinds of medicines and drugs to their patients without being able to cure them. অর্থাৎ এই পার্টে সে বিভিন্ন মিনিস্টার, লয়ার এবং জাজেস যারা কিনা একটা রাষ্ট্রকে গভর্ন করে এবং রাষ্ট্রের গুরুত্বপূর্ণ পদে আসীন, শুধু তাই নয়, রাষ্ট্রকে সুন্দর স্বাভাবিকভাবে চলতে যারা সাহায্য করে তাদের দুর্নীতির কথা এখানে তুলে ধরেছেন, যে কীভাবে তারা দুর্নীতিটা করতে পারে। লয়ারদের কথা, তারা সাদাকে কালো, কালোকে সাদা করতে পারে যদি তাদেরকে পে করা হয়, অর্থাৎ তাদেরকে যদি যথেষ্ট টাকা দেওয়া হয়। দেন কামস দ্য জাজেস। অ্যাকর্ডিং টু গালিভার, জাজেসের মূল লক্ষ্য হচ্ছে কি কীভাবে সে তার টাকা পাওয়ার প্রতিপত্তি এবং টাকা পয়সা এবং টাইটেলটাকে ধরে রাখতে সে চেষ্টা করবে। শুধু তাই নয়, এর জন্য সে যত ধরনের খারাপ কাজ বা ওয়ে আছে সব কয়টাই সে অ্যাপ্লাই করে সেই ক্ষমতা পাওয়ার জন্য। একই কথা মিনিস্টারদের ক্ষেত্রেও, তারা তাদের পাওয়ার, প্রতিপত্তি এগুলোকে দেখানোর জন্য বা ধরে রাখার জন্য এমন কোনো কাজ নেই যে তারা করে না। একইভাবে গালিভার আরও বলেছেন যে মেডিসিনের প্রফেশনের সাথে যারা জড়িত, বিশেষ করে ফিজিশিয়ান, যাদের কাজ হচ্ছে গিয়ে মানুষকে জীবন দান করা, কিভাবে তারা মানুষের জীবন নিয়ে খেলা করছেন। সো অ্যাট দ্য এন্ড অফ দ্য ডিসকাশন উই ক্যান সে দ্যাট all that Swift has done is to expose the evil side of man and to stimulate human beings to develop their rational faculties. Like Swift, we feel inclined to hate mankind collectively but to love particular individuals who win our affection by their goodness, kindness, and honesty. With this, I end my class here today, and for those who live at home, stay home and of course wash your hands frequently and stay safe in this pandemic, and stay safe.